Greetings, Darklings, from across the interweb. It is once again I, the Duchess Precious Ken, and I have a very exciting news bulletin for you. We are going to do a video premiere for our dear friends, Crying Vessel. Slade, Basil, oh, Basil's slipping away. Slade, Basil, welcome to our show. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
It's been a second since we've talked, and in honor to Slade, since last time I saw you, I actually found Berliners, from Germany, and so I'm going to have a Berliner while we do this.
Nice, man. And I was sitting here resisting to have a drink, and now I know I should have. So,
don't ever take that,
risk with you. No.
Exactly. So this is really exciting. You guys have, I know Basil. We have him on set today. He's been hard at work on movies in general and doing long hours and shoots. What kind of exciting life stuff have you had going on there, Basil?
So for this new album, we had already like 2 singles out with great music videos from Fabio that he did in Venezuela. And for the release, we have a very special and pretty big music video planned. I mean, it's done, it's ready. So you'll see that one for a song called A Helping Hand. And I think we can say that. And for It's So Strange, we did something a bit simpler, but I think it's very nice because we are both in the video. So
yeah. Slade, what have you had exciting going on leading up to this video premiere?
A baby. A baby.
That is exciting. She is lovely. I've got to see
third band member.
Cool. How is that kind of, I don't know, as an extra transition in life? Does it give you maybe a different perspective of how you think about music or what you have to say?
Yeah, entirely. And I think Basil knows this best because he's in the studio with me while we're working on the lyrics and everything else. And the last album, it kind of started because we knew we were going to be having a baby towards the end of that. And then it was kind of a
different thing being up until 5 a.m. being in the reality of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, there is a song on there called The Raven's Call, and it's a song to her. But we realized because of the lyrical content, she probably shouldn't listen to it until she's maybe 16 or 18. So
it's actually
it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, that you get to say to her when she is 17, 18 or whatever, by the way, I did write a song for you and it's this, and that'll almost be cooler that way.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't talking so much about like once I'm dead, what you're going to be looking for, this kind of thing, then it could be like a PG-13 thing or whatever. But so anyhow, there's a song for her in there, but the whole album itself is kind of this transitional self-discovery, and I think a lot of that definitely comes with Ava being born. And I mean, Basil is also the godfather to her, so
ooh,
yeah. He's
nice. Well, I'll know who to go ask for favors then. If somebody's like making it hard for my family, I can't go to the cops, I'll go to Basil instead. And he'll
good idea.
Make a couple of calls, maybe ask me for a favor sometime in the future. Goth Mafia. Got it.
That's Swiss Mafia, man. It's the Swiss Mafia. You have to
Nice. So this video that we're going to premiere today, for It's So Strange, tell me a little bit about what kind of went into this, because one of the things I noticed, because I got to get an early look, is I love the fact that the gels and the colors that you guys use, because when I think of you, if I had to, and I hate to genre-nize anyone, but if I had to, somewhere between glam and dark wave is what I think of as kind of the Crying Vessel, zone. And I think both in the song in this one, but also in the gels or colors used, it's very synthwave, like what I think of modern, with the pastels, the pinks, the neon purples, the, kind of concept. Was that by intent that you guys were signaling visually kind of a change in your sound overall, or did you just think it looked pretty?
I think it's not a change in our sound overall. I think we've used those colors because or this style because this song is on its own. Maybe it stands out a little bit in the album. I think it's we've gone. That's what we've said all over. We've gone way darker and way heavier.
Sure.
with this new album, and this song stands out a little bit. It's like it has that like this easygoing beat, and we chose those colors because of course they are a bit synthwavier, and the track goes a bit in that direction. And but as well, we've done this style already a few years back when for some press shots that we had on like for the iTunes thumbnail or for the band, and then we had like those pictures, this blue and red. So we tried to recreate that because we already like had this in our visual repertoire.
Yeah, a little bit throwback there. Yeah.
I'm curious, what song number is this on the release?
It is 4. I believe.
Or like on the album, it'll be the 4th song played. Okay,
yeah. I'm confused because like our live set, we're like in Liveville right now too, and we kind of did the song album order, but we switched it. So I was like, which one is it? I think it's 4.
Okay, yeah. I was just kind of curious because the way you described that, Basil, this kind of, I don't know, hope or shimmering, where a lot of this album, and in general, one of the things I love about your guys' videos, it's almost like tiny little short horror films, that are kind of the video and kind of telling the story. So I wondered if maybe it was going to be near the end where like after the monster has come and it's at like, this is kind of a glimmer of hope leading you into the sequel, that like so
you just wait for the sequel. A Helping Hand video that Basil did is next level. I mean, this is like a mini film, and it's like kind of the pinnacle of what this horror universe has become. I mean, this guy was with a team of 20 people building a witch's hut in the middle of the forest. It's crazy. And the filmography and everything's amazing. But anyhow, that's for the next single that comes with the album.
Okay.
So this one was kind of a carryover. Yeah, and I would say that this one really technically was a carryover song. It's definitely a single for the album. It's that Abyss thing that was from our last album. It kind of has that flavor. So we knew it was a single. The label knew it was a single. But what we did different, instead of making it the single and like putting all of our money, effort, attention, and hyperfixation and focus into the one song being that video, we decided to take one that's a little bit darker, more eccentric, more artsy to be what we are and what we've grown into with A Helping Hand. And with the more single one, we did 2 things. We did this video that's more us, just bare, really. I mean, that Basil and I literally just got in a box that he made out of black. At the end, we're even goofing around, which you don't see from us much. It's usually very serious and in that horror world. But then also we invite our fans, which is a promo thing we're putting out after, which I think I even talked to you about that, Ken, a long time ago. We invite our fans to take this song about 8 months ago and just do what they love about life and what makes them unique and strange, so to speak, to do whatever they love in life. And definitely people from the scene. So like Cold Transmission's in there. Like 3 of their artists are in there. I Am No One, I believe, is in there. There's a few other people because they're up at a festival all together. Then there's also like Ladderman. That's a really cool band right now in the scene with Leopold, and he's just dancing in a trench coat in the basement to dark. There's people from festivals dancing. There's a guy who takes photography of trains. That's his thing,
That's cool.
And I mean, since the song's about being yourself and it's okay to be strange, it's okay to feel that way and still, find yourself in society that way. We ask people to be part of that. And that's a promo thing that comes after. And then Basil and I were sitting there debating, like, what are we going to do then for the official video?
Yeah.
And we're like, we can literally just be ourselves. We build a black box.
Yeah.
And of course, I always have these like small ideas that are, well, to me, they seem small. And Basil's like, you realize that that's not that easy, actually. Video. I'm like, no, like, I mean, even if he's like,
it's just a box. What's the big deal? Yeah, you have to understand from a technical standpoint.
And he shows up like 30-foot poles and like, So anyhow, that's how it happened.
Then the camera like does this 360, yeah, and no, this doesn't work.
That's so
It's
funny.
true, though.
And it gives me flashbacks to that's how poor Colin must feel all the time, with me, where I'm just like, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? Yeah.
I will say though,
that
his
would be
guitar
cool.
he built for us though. I threw a lot of
yeah.
special needs and he did it. And he did amazing. And thank you for that connect.
Yeah,
When I
that
sent
one-
Colin, I was like, hey, I need this, like 30 list thing that it's a hybrid guitar. He nailed it. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
Honestly, that's what Colin loves best with doing the guitars is he wants someone to challenge him with a list of like 30 things so that he can solve the puzzle and figure out how to make it work together. That's his
it
favorite.
plays like a beauty, and it's in this music video too. That's the
Oh,
guitar.
yeah.
I have
Good.
the whole video. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Archdiocese guitars then,
Yeah, absolutely.
So why don't you, because I do want to get to the video, but beforehand, I do want you guys to talk a little bit about, do you have anything coming up? I know we talked about Cold Transmission Festival that's coming up, but what about for you guys in particular? Are you playing shows, festivals, anything to support the album coming up?
Yeah, we have a show in 3 weeks, July 9th at a place called Settle. Is that how I say it, Basil? Settle?
Yeah, Settle
Yeah.
in Lucerne.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I don't have that German thing
Switzerland?
going on, so yeah. So anyhow, it's in Lucerne, and it's actually an old prison,
Oh, cool.
like a broken down old. I don't think it's broken down, but like Swiss don't let things break down, so
Right,
it's just a
that's true. But still,
rejuvenated
on the
prison.
bright side, you'll be playing with a lot of ghosts, is what you're saying.
Exactly, and it makes all the sense in the world. So I'm pretty stoked on that. I'll be bringing my Ouija board and everything else. But yeah, so we're playing at Old Prison, which is a really cool venue here. It's very well known. We're excited about that, and then we just got 2 dates in for Germany in September. So there's a mini tour that's starting to be booked for Germany in September. I don't know if we can say who one is with yet. I'll wait to say.
Okay.
So we probably can't.
But you're
say
going
that
to have
yet, but-
a couple shows set up there for Germany.
Yeah,
that'll
2 have
be-
already came in, and there's more that are going to be lined up. So we're looking at September to be our German tour, along with some Swiss dates probably. Yeah, we're taking it slow back in. I mean, after COVID, it was a bit crazy for everyone in the whole industry.
Sure.
Especially for us. I mean, Basil, he's a full-time film guy. I'm a full-time record producer. And for us too, like when it hit us again and like everything was just really busy, it's been like, okay, at the same time, we also have to support the new album. We also have to tour. So, we're kind of at that thing of the last leg into the album coming out and getting our tour dates lined up. So,
You mentioned that. Is that going to be another thing that you're thinking about and how it's going to hit you? Where in the past, I mean, you've been doing this a long time, and hey, it's time to go tour to support the album. We're going to play a bunch of shows. But this time around, you have something else waiting at home. Like, I mean, with the kid there, and these are times when you're going to be away. And does that impact or kind of hit you different in how you're thinking about your excitement for go on the road?
It's a crazy double-edged sword. So it was really hitting me a few months ago when the first date came in and like we were talking and Basil saw me do these waves of like, I don't know if I should be doing this anymore. And then all of a sudden like, but now I have new purpose. And then, no, I don't think I should ever do this again. And then, but you know what? I should show her what daddy's about. And then like all these things. The thing is, though, I've come to the realization it wasn't until we did the full stage rehearsal just 2 weeks ago with our sound guy, because we had to get him up to speed. We have a whole new system, whole new everything. We revamped everything. Just a little PR stunt there. We revamped the entire set, all new songs, blah, blah. Anyhow, but because of that, we had to be with our front of house guy, and we went to a full stage rehearsal, big place, and my daughter got to come.
Oh.
When she was setting out there's some kind of weird feeling that came over me, like kind of a warm, silky blanket of meaningfulness, a purpose. And all of a sudden I was like, I always stood on stage. I never knew why the hell I'm doing this. I never did. Because I mean, people that know me, I'm a friendly guy. I like to talk music. I like to sit in the green room. But when I take stage, it's actually one of the most uncomfortable things I can ever do with my career. I'm a behind the scenes guy. I'm in the studio producing other bands. Let them go out and be the rock stars,
Right.
That's why even with us, it's like visuals between us, me and Basil putting the drummer at the same level as me on the stage. I'm not one of those guys, So I've never had a purpose really. I'm always like, it's kind of like, okay, I need to support the album. But now, I don't know why, but it feels bigger. It feels like it doesn't matter if there's 10 people in the crowd, 1,000 people in the crowd. It doesn't matter who. My daughter is forever going to be there seeing me grow with this.
Yeah.
And she's going to grow around this.
That's awesome.
And man, it just touched me differently. It hit me. And it's a weird thing because since I was a teenager, I was like, that day, if I'm touring still and I have a daughter, that'll probably be the end of it. It's kind of opposite.
That's awesome. I wondered that.
Can't say.
That's so cool. I know. I really like to hear that, and because it should be, you know, when you're having kids, that you're living and growing with them and teaching them about what matters to you. Not that like, okay, well, I guess my life's over now. Time to cash it in, and you know, you can.
It's easy to
have and live dreams, but I get it. It's scary to think about making time for that. You know, so very, very cool. Basil, do you have any other things you want to tell us about or talk about before we jump in and play everybody the video we've built the anticipation for?
What else do I want to say? Yeah, I think we as Crying Vessel, we grew a lot in the last, like during COVID. I think we really became who we like to be, I think, also musically and also as humans, also as friends, I think.
Yeah.
And I really like where we are, and I think this can be heard in our new music. So yeah, that's
beautiful. Well, it is my true joy and honor to now present to you the premiere of the new Crying Vessel music video. It's So Strange. All of you need to go check out this album. It's just like I said, to me, when I think of Crying Vessel, they do three things extremely well. Number one, they tell a story. Everything truly, I mean, more than I see a lot in music, is based around a bigger world or a bigger idea of kind of this horror-themed tale. Thing number two is that they put the glam back into dark wave with, I don't know, feelings of Brian Eno, David Bowie, that idea of being big and sounding big while doing very dark and complex ideas. And number three, it's fun. And in the videos, it's fun. It's always a chance to kind of watch a tale playing out and two people that really enjoy hanging out with each other. You can always tell when a band really gets along and likes each other. And every time I see a Crying Vessel video, that's something that strikes me as I'm like, they just had a blast doing this. I can see it. I can see them throwing each other little glances, you know, back and forth. And that's what makes it feel special. So without further ado, this is the newest video from Crying Vessel. It's So Strange. Please like and subscribe for more great content from us, and enjoy the video.